I am Dove Karp, and it is a pleasure to see you today. We're going to be speaking about 50 content ideas. So many of us love creating content or want to create content, especially consistently, but the problem is we just don't know how. Oftentimes we run out of gas, we run out of ideas, and we don't know what to do next. So today I'd like to offer you 50 different content ideas that you can use for your company, for your personal brand, for whatever it may be. And obviously, you can apply it to any situation that you're possibly in. So let's start. Let's get started right off the bat. Number one is product reviews. A product review, and we're talking about your review. You can review a book, you can review an item, you can say, hey, listen, I came across this really great water bottle. Let's see, can I get this in focus? I don't know if I can get this in focus. Can you get in focus? Let's see. No, no, no. Hello? Okay, this doesn't want to focus. Let's try one more time. Oh, it's really good at focusing on me now. There we go. Right? I got this product over here. I think my whole screen's backwards, but it's a Nalgene water bottle. Nalgene water bottle, right? And it's amazing. I love it. It keeps my water inside of it as opposed to outside of it. Doesn't really spill. I'm not going to do a spill test. You see over here, it has this little, strap that used to keep the top on, but it's broken now. And you can talk about the things that you like, the things that you enjoy. People trust people that they know and like. And therefore, if you are going to review something, people are going to like seeing your review on it, your personality, what you like, the types of products that you like, the types of services that you like. You can utilize that. That is a product review. You can also have external product reviews, right? So you can talk about your own products, reviewing your own products. You can talk about other people's products. You can have user-generated content. That's content from other people who are typically speaking about you. So instead of you making your whole brand about yourself, and you're the one always speaking about yourself, you can have other people speaking about it. You can have short little videos or tutorials or cool tricks that people have learned by using your software or by using your product, and you can post that. And people like seeing that. They like seeing themselves online. And oftentimes it starts a little bit of a buzz because they're like, oh, wait, if they showed that person, I want to be seen. So I'm going to create a, little product review of this company, and hopefully they'll share it with their audience. It's a great way to kind of bond with your audience. Next up is how-to guides. How-to is basically how I learned how to start my own business. I learned how to do video editing. I learned how to do, color correction or, you name it, through how-to videos. People love it, and you can utilize that as a way to give tips and tricks and make yourself into a thought leader. How-tos are a huge way of moving forward. Next up, we got lists. You can create lists. Here are the top 5, pieces of software that I use for my business. Here are the top 10 things you should do when you go to this location. Obviously have it applied to your business or your industry. But the top 10, let's say your cybersecurity, right? You can say, these are the top 10 cybersecurity events that you should go to in order to do some biz dev or learn about the industry or whatever it may be. Top 10s, top 7s, lists. People like it. People love it. Next up are live videos. Just like this, you can do a live video. You can talk about anything. If you actually have people watching, they can comment and they can ask questions of you. You can give news, breaking news. You can talk about launches. You can do webinars, whatever it may be. I think I'm going to talk about webinars later, but live video. Photo galleries, right? You can do photos. You can take pictures of your product or screenshots or whatever it is to get people to know a bit more about what you're providing. Case studies. Case studies are huge. They help really drive home the reality that your product or service actually works in the real world, in a real life scenario. and it helps people break down the process. What was the problem? Maybe they relate to the problem, helps them understand the solution, the process that you went through in order to provide the solution, the benefits that are involved, and the happy customer at the end. Case studies. Next up, client testimonials. Testimonials are different than case studies because case studies go a little bit more or a lot more into detail into what actually happened, whereas testimonials are kind of typically shorter. They're a little less in the weeds, but much more about, we had an issue. This company came along and solved our issue. Our life is awesome. Please use this company. Q&As. Q&As are huge. I'll get a lot of questions from friends, from clients, from people who are watching me or following me online. They'll have questions about, how do I do video? What types of video should I use? How should I set up my studio? How should I film? How long should the content be? What should the content be? These Q&As, that's a good thing to utilize as a way to create content. If your business is getting a lot of questions from users or from whoever it may be, these are probably questions that other people have, and it'll be valuable content. Q&As. Okay. Next up, we can have guest posts, right? You can say, let's say influencers or people who have a bit of a following. You can let them leverage your platform, or vice versa. You can leverage somebody else's platform in order to promote your personal brand or your company. Those are pretty cool ways that you can do it. So guest posts, don't be afraid, share the wealth, share the love. And through those collaborations, not even necessarily collaborations, I'm not even talking about you in the same scene as them. I'm literally, they're hijacking your platform. You'll see, it'll be pretty interesting. You can give it a shot. Okay, we got a video newsletter. Right, any type of newsletter that you have, whether it's updates in the company or the events or whatever it is, you can do it in video form, just like you send out newsletters, throughout your written form with some pictures and all this stuff. You can literally do a video newsletter if you want to do video, or you can just do written, whatever you want. But I like video. You can do what to do's and what not to do's. Right, this is a great way to kind of show, it's self-sufficient. What should I do in this scenario, and what should I not do in this scenario? If I'm talking about videos and you're talking about performance, here are the top 3 things that you should do if you are, being filmed for a video, right? You want to make sure you sit up straight. You want to make sure you're looking decent, right? And your tie isn't like all the way to the side, and my hat is always to the side, but you get what I mean, right? You want to make sure that you are looking nice, looking good, you sound good, make sure you're projecting, make sure you're looking at the camera, make sure you're smiling, you look inviting as opposed to you're freaked out. You don't want to do that. So do's and don'ts. That also applies in your industry. Okay, here's another one, big one, interviews. Try to interview people. And it doesn't just have to be experts in the field. You can do interviews of people who want to ask questions, right? You can interview your customers. You can interview your vendors. You can interview, obviously, people who are knowledgeable in your field, interview coworkers, whatever your goal is. If you want to give more of a, feeling of closeness, open up the doors to your office in the sense of, I'm going to interview the lunch lady, and I'm going to see how she likes working here and what her experience is. Oftentimes the lunch lady is like the best part of a company or whatever. I remember school. You all remember the school lunch ladies. They were the best. So sometimes you have those at businesses too. Research and data. You can make videos about the research that you're doing, the data that you're coming up with, videos that deal more with facts. And, a study was done that 80% of people watch videos on their phones on silent. And that's why it's so important that you want to make sure you have captions in your videos. And if people read the captions and they're interested enough, either they'll say, oh, I got to see this, I got to wait for later, or they'll watch it now and they'll plug in. Research and data. And once again, I'm talking about videos, but you can, because that's something I'm very connected to, but you can apply this to visual graphics, into, written posts, blogs, all that type of stuff. Announcements, you can make big announcements, small announcements, any type of announcements, but just put those up. Hey, we're going to be at this location next Friday. You should come stop by and say hello. Hey, we want to say happy birthday to Tim. Tim's been with the company for 17 years and he's the backbone. And, happy birthday, Tim. Send our love to your family. And I don't know, we're sending you on a vacation because you're the best. Announcements. Next up, we got events. Now, events can be broken down in many different ways, right? You can have in-person events. Remember those? Remember when you can literally occupy the same space as another human being before like the world imploded upon itself? Thank God, I think we're starting to get back to that. But you can do videos of in-person events. You can do videos of digital events when like Zoom type stuff. That's good. You can make highlight videos. So you don't have to necessarily live stream your 3 to 10-hour conference or whatever it is. You can make a highlight video, highlight of specific sections, a general highlight video, a highlight of a keynote, whatever it may be. You can do all those things. Obviously, and on the front end, in order for promotions, you can have like a promo video that you want to use either from footage from last year or whatever you got. Sometimes you can use stock footage, with interesting text graphics. And, that also can kind of grab somebody's attention. I've done those videos. And that's another way that you can create content in order to promote these events. And obviously you have ads, short little snippety snap ads in order to get people to sign up, get people to come. And yeah, ads are somewhat self-explanatory. Typically they are paid. Events in the world of live stream. You can live stream your event, right? That might go back to the live stream before, but here it's specifically with the world of events. You can live stream really anything. I mean, people were doing that too, and they're starting to do a bit more, is that if you can't physically show up, maybe I want to see somebody there. However, for me personally, it's way less about the information when I go to a conference and way more about the people there and meeting the people, and especially meeting the people who are presenting. I'll typically I'll say who's presenting, who are the people that I want to meet, and then I'd go to their presentation. And after their presentation, I walk up to them and I say, hey, here was XYZ interesting things that you've done. My name is Dov Karp. I do something. There may be a place to collaborate. Here's my card. Can I have your card? Can I get in touch with you to talk about it? And 9 out of 10 times they're going to say, yeah, sure, man. No problem. You don't want to chew their ear off. But anyway, that was a quick divulge, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Going somewhere else. Anyway, tangent. It starts with a D, but I'm going to say tangent. That was a quick tangent just to show you how to do some great networking at conferences. And then obviously you can also, you can do displays as well. There was an interesting time where I quoted a company needed a video for a display or whatever was going to be playing in the background when they were presenting at this event at their booth. And they're like, look, we need this within like 48 hours. I said, sure. I charged them what I was going to charge, assuming it was going to take much more time. And thank God it didn't. And literally the first draft, they're like, this is amazing. Send us an invoice. We love it. Thank you. And that was an awesome thing. So create videos for your background displays that will help you stand out as opposed to just a human standing there and maybe like an inanimate, I don't know, picture of something. Okay, shout outs. That's a cool thing. Maybe you can shout out certain clients or shout out certain vendors or shout out certain people or other people in the industry and just say, hey, what's up? I'm thinking about you. Here's something I learned from you. Big shout out to Elon Musk today because he was on the Lex Friedman podcast, Friedman, and he was talking about his process to solving problems. And because I'm technically an audio engineer, but I'm not an engineer in the sense of like creating rocket ships. And when Lex asked Elon what was his problem solving process, he went into a very interesting, deep yet simple way of understanding problem solving. And he said what he'll typically do is he will look at the problem in front of him. And he said oftentimes we try to solve problems with the historic knowledge that we have about something, with the materials that we typically have in front of us that we're used to working with. And what he likes to do is to think about it. If I can solve this in the simplest way, the most cost efficient way, and it will be the best way. And let's say I have like a hunk of atoms. How do I put these atoms together in the greatest way possible that's the most simple and the most efficient? And when you start thinking about it that way, he's like, then you create those things in order to do it. So a big shout out to Elon Musk who helped me try to reframe how I solve problems. And even if you typically solve problems in a way uh, that you normally do, maybe you can think about it afterwards, which is a good idea. Is how do I simplify this process? How do I make it more cost efficient? How do I make it more time efficient? How do I make it easier? Those are good questions to ask yourself, and potentially you can move forward. Okay, next up, we got podcasts. Podcasts. And you can either do podcasts just by yourself talking about ideas like this sometimes. You can have interviews. Um, podcasts, there's a lot you can do with it. You can create many different types of content. Podcasts typically are long form content. You can break that down into smaller pieces of content by pulling out highlights. From those highlights, you can write blog posts and you can take screenshots and quotes and all this stuff. There's a lot of different ways that you can repackage the podcast, but you can start with the podcast itself. It could also either be audio, it can be visual, it could be both. There's a lot of stuff you can do with podcasts. Okay, company news, right? You can talk about your company news, a short little clip, a short little something, or maybe not so short. You're moving to a new office. Why not document that journey? Maybe a cute little announcement of a video would be you're in your old space and you're moving into the new space and you're like having a party. That's a cute little documentation that shows, hey, we're moving up in the world. Look at us. Everybody come visit, come say hello. Company goals and targets. That's something that's very interesting, right? Your goals and your targets. Maybe open up, behind the hood a little bit and let people in to understand what are your goals, what impact you're trying to have, what are you trying to do this year, what are you trying to accomplish, and your clients may be intrigued by that. They're trying to expand to 17 other countries this year, and they're trying to reach out to 7 more million people, and they're trying to get $7 more billion. And by doing all that stuff, they're going to be able to create more amazing products and services for us. Recruitment videos. Anybody ever need to hire people? I actually literally had a conversation yesterday about a guy who's in recruitment. He's a company who's in recruitment. And we were brainstorming. He wanted more video, and he was thinking about things. And so one of the things he wanted was how to create videos in order to recruit the right talent. And, he was saying, I asked him what he did historically in the past. He said, typically you have to kind of show off the companies in which, that you want to get the talent for, and they need to be inspired by them. And then you kind of put them together. And so if you create recruitment videos, employer branding, if you will, you can create videos around the amazing environment, the work environment, the benefits that are there, and to make it a really cool place that draws in people who potentially would want to work for your company. Recruitment videos. Another thing is timelines, right? You can talk about the timelines of how your product is progressing, or what you're trying to accomplish, or how far you've come, where you've been, where you are, where you want to go, what happened along the way, what happened along the journey. And it gives people more of a context into who the company is and what you're trying to accomplish and where you've been. Product demos. Product demos are self-explanatory as well, right? You have your product, and literally this is how it works. This is how it works in this case. This is how it works in that case. Here are some of the features. Here are the benefits. Product videos. Get people excited. Figure out how to work them. Webinars. You can do webinars speaking about certain ideas that are going around in the industry. We can do webinars about your products and services, webinars about best practices, you name it. There's an infinite amount of things that you can teach to other people through a webinar. So webinars are great. This is another interesting idea. Let's say your company has a lot of blogs and they're like evergreen, right? Most people or most companies have been writing blogs for like a long time. And so most of their information or a lot of the information can be evergreen. What do I mean by evergreen? I mean, it's something that is eternal. You can always use this information. What about taking that blog and turning it into a video? You can either turning into a text video, or you can actually have somebody create a script from it, and then read the script. You can have somebody, you can literally put visuals and really make it into a popping video, much more entertaining and much more enjoyable. And now you're repurposing your blog so you can just dig through that and just say, here's 1,000 different videos that we can create literally from these blog posts. Blog to videos. Okay, culture hacking. This is where you use current events in order to kind of get people's attention. You can talk about it from your own perspective, and then you can apply how your company or your service or whatever would address this. For example, if you are, that was fast. That was amazing. Normally my camera will shut off at 30 minutes. And when it shuts off at 30 minutes, it freaks out. It completely goes off and it comes back on because I have a Canon 60 Mark II, which has a 30-minute runtime. And then it kind of, I don't know why. Maybe it's something inside the camera. It doesn't like going more than 30 minutes. Maybe the battery, I don't know. Protecting mechanism. Anyway, that was cool. Normally it just goes to black screen and then it comes back here. It seemed like it literally did it just instantaneously. So that was amazing. Yes, culture hacking. Culture hacking is taking current events and putting your spin on it and showing how your product or service potentially addresses that current cultural situation. For example, let's say for me in doing video, TikToks are huge. They're massive. And what is not being utilized, I think, enough, and we're starting to see it being taken over by YouTube Shorts, is more high quality content on TikTok, right? Most of it's just with your phone. It's like a low hanging fruit, low barrier to entry. Anybody can do it as long as they're relatively interesting and they can make entertaining, amazing viral content. But as we all know, when you increase the quality and you increase the quantity, typically you increase the reach and you increase the number of followers and what people are doing with it. That's why if you look at like who's the greatest, I guess, content creator today, it's Mr. Beast. And why is Mr. Beast the best at creating content? Right? If he did it on TikTok, he can do it on any platform. The platform is irrelevant. He can figure it out. He knows how to hack people's attention. He knows how to keep it. He knows how to get them intrigued to click on it, to watch it in the first place. He knows how to get people to watch all the way to the end. He knows how to get people to take action. He knows how to get them to comment. And he's digested it. The D words are difficult for me today. Anyway, he created a whole entire system. I really want to know that word. I need more water. I'm going to drink water. Pause. I'm going to drink water from my Nalgene water bottle with the broken strap thing for the top. I hope you didn't hear me swallow because that'd be weird. Okay. I still can't figure out that word. Anyway, Mr. Beast is the one who kind of put it all together. He could figure it out. And one of his biggest videos that he did by putting in a ridiculous amount of money, millions of dollars into it, was that what the heck was that show? I'm gonna go look it up. Oh, we're gonna have to pause. I'm literally looking things up online right now. I'm gonna go to my Mr. Beast page because I didn't actually see it. It's about the guy who the guy, like, they're trying to win money, but then they die. Oh, cool. Okay, hold on. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get there. Popular Squid Games. There it is. He has 308 million views on Squid Games. 308 million views on one video. I mean, he's got hundreds of millions in other videos. And by the way, this is just his English channel. He has multiple channels in multiple languages. Anyway, he's a big culture hacker. He utilizes other people who are big in the culture, influencers, and you name it, things that are going on. He uses what's going on in culture, talks about it, and puts it in his videos. That was a long way of saying culture hacking. A lot was going on in that one. Next up, we got personal opinion, meaning a commentary. It's not a product review. It's not anything like that. It's you speaking about things that are going on, right? You don't only, if you're a business, you want to try to keep it as close to the business as possible. But if you're a personal brand, you want to build your personal brand, then it is okay to open up your interests to other people. Like this carpentry meet or whatever, this creators forum podcast over here. Oh, I forgot to change the top thing. Can I edit this? Yes. Maybe I can edit it. I don't know if it's gonna work. Sorry. 50 content ideas. Who wants 50 content ideas right now? Here you go. Let's see if it changes. I don't think it's going to change. Does it? I think it changed. Did it change? It may have changed. That would be amazing if it did change. Okay, personal opinion, right? That's your personal opinion on things that are going on. I like spirituality. I like mixed martial arts. I like sports. I like music. I like politics. I like business. I like marketing. I like a lot of different things. I like people. I like learning from people and teaching people. And all these are things that I can do. I'm not doing it here on the Creators Forum, all of those things, because that's not the purpose of this specific channel, if you will. But it's one of the reasons why I'm heavily contemplating bringing back the Dove Carp Mega Media Show, which is wild for anybody who was there at the time. We're talking about like 2-3+ hour podcasts with a bunch of l'chaims, as they say, liquid courage. It was always good times. I'm going to bring that back. I think I'm going to bring that back. It won't be as frequent as this, but once a week, once every 2 weeks. Figure it out. Anyway, personal opinion. That's another type of content you can put out. Then you got free resources. Maybe you have a tutorial that you want to give, or the process that you're putting out. You can literally just give it out for free. Maybe you can give like a mini course to give out for free. All these types of things. It's an interesting idea. Free resources, more content. One is, here's an interesting idea. I've been thinking about this. Interactive videos, right? Interactive videos where you can choose your own ending. I've been thinking about this for a while. I don't have the patience to kind of do it yet at this stage in my life, but I've been thinking about including the audience in the video itself. Now, it would take a lot of potential preparation in order to do it. But I was thinking, like, those choose your own ending books. I'm sure it's been done. But I was thinking about like choose your own ending stories. Let's say you have it like on YouTube, right? And you can have like pop-ups on the video or in YouTube, and it's like click here. So you can have something, you can be talking about something, and like if you want me to go deeper into that subject, click over here. If you want to move to something else, click over here. If you don't want to do anything, then just keep watching. Interactive videos. Kind of like that idea. Okay, now we just go into the vibe of the platform, right? TikTok videos. What I would suggest is to look at the top performing content on those things and then create content in a similar manner that is more catered towards your business, and kind of using your business as the background for this, whatever thing is going on. If it's a dance that's going on, like a big TikTok dance, which it's moved past that significantly, but you potentially could be doing that dance or having different people in your company do that dance. You have the CEO do it and the CMO do it, and you got somebody on the copywriting team do it. You can do those share things, right? Or what's that word that they use? You basically like I'm like an old man now. Somebody is they have their video and then you respond to that video. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's the one thing you can do on TikTok, Instagram. You can find the current big things on Instagram, and just once again, like mimic that type of thing, but bring it back to your brand, your business that you're doing. LinkedIn videos are a completely, really untapped resource. There's a lot going on with the written there. There's a lot going on. People are posting a lot of pictures there. But the video world, and especially the personal branding through video on LinkedIn, is an open space. I mean, the people who end up doing it consistently and well, not saying I'm doing it consistently or well, but those who are doing it consistently and well, they're making a big splash, and they're doing very, very well there. Facebook videos, man, I feel like that's like what started it. Like, I mean, YouTube, yeah, but like Facebook videos, like the Nas Daily, like that was like a huge thing. And now Facebook they're trying to push a video, and they have a lot of like weird stuff. I know in my timeline, there's a lot of weird video things where they'll like tease something that's supposed to happen. And then they have to make sure, because Facebook only allows the algorithm to pick it up when it's longer than 3 minutes. So they can basically put ads in it. So they'll tease this thing about, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And literally like the last 10 seconds of the video, at the 2 minute and 53 second mark, they'll actually have the thing happen. And it's like super lackluster. And you're like, oh, that wasn't actually as good as I thought. Anyway, that was my personal opinion on that. Facebook videos, YouTube videos. YouTube has YouTube Shorts now. Obviously, you can do anything from a vlog. There's a lot you can do with vlogs. That's going to happen. I actually have that further down the line. But you can do the thought leadership videos there. You can do the vlogs there. You can do podcasts there. You can do live streams. You can do commentaries. You can do shorts. There's a lot of different things you can do YouTube. And YouTube has an amazing discoverability feature, which these other platforms don't necessarily have. Like SEO wise, I'm not sure how well TikTok and Instagram and LinkedIn is good with you figuring out how to literally get your post at the forefront of the page. Typically doesn't happen, right? Like LinkedIn is basically just like a rolling feed. Facebook is a rolling feed, whereas Instagram, yeah, technically if you look up a certain topic on Instagram, you can find that, or TikTok, if you look up a certain topic, you may be able to find like the top ones there. But YouTube is still like the GOAT when it comes to using like more SEO type strategies in order to land on the first page. And then that gets more clicks. Okay. Stories, right? We can talk about Facebook stories or Instagram reels, Facebook reels, Instagram reels, all those, the short form content. It's a whole entire different beast. but you can utilize those platforms as well in order to create content. A day in the life. These are interesting type videos. A day in the life of a salesman at whatever tech company you work at. This is what I do. And follow them along. It's interesting. Talk about, I mean, those you can use for like recruitment type videos, but you can also just use it as getting to know the brand, branding videos. Vlogs. Vlogs are fun. Maybe you're going to an event, right? Your team's going to an event to present there. Why not create vlogs? If you do that frequently, that's an awesome thing. I'd love to watch that, to see how it's going, the dinners, the drinks, the meetings, the kind of the in between back and forth of the team trying to figure out how to best, work at this event, the ups, the downs, the travel. There's a lot of cool things you can do with vlogs, especially to help it grow your business. Quizzes. Fill out this form and figure out what's best, what works best for you. Or quizzes are a great way to also gain information about your client, your potential client base. Quizzes are good. Quizzes that give a good answer that people will find valuable. A quiz. Music videos. I've seen companies literally put out music videos, like they'll have entered talented musicians in the company. They'll have like a company band, or they'll have somebody write a song, and they'll have other people be involved in it. Maybe it's good, cute little things for seasonal type videos. Put out a music video of the company, let your hair down, party a little bit, live a little. Company bios are cool. Here, video, not just written bios, like a visual bio. Maybe meet the team, meet me. This is what I like doing. I like archery, so you come with me to go do archery. I like reading. You watch me read certain books, going to events, going out to eat, whatever it is. Doing short little bios of, maybe the team leads, or it can be other people in the company. You can do like an aggregation of videos where ultimately you actually make a lot of short videos and then you turn it into a long form video, right? Let's say, we're just talking about the company bios. So you can have them as short independent videos that they stand on their own, or you can say, meet the team, and you can edit it together in a way that you kind of have a longer form video, but you get to know the team and the culture, and you're feeling good about that, and you're feeling good that people like you guys, hopefully. You can do animated or illustrated videos, self-descriptive. You can talk about maybe some of the books or the teachings or the lessons or things that you've learned from other people and other subjects that are amazing. Yeah, okay. We're far in there, but I think that's about 50. Let me know if it's 50 or not. I think it's 50. And as always, I want to thank you for listening and watching. And I want to make sure everybody knows that I have an amazing deal. 3 foundational videos, a promo video, a product or service video, and a case study or testimonial for $10,000. Every single company needs this. You need this. It is going to completely change the way people view your company. They're going to be like, wow, that's amazing. That's such a great promo. Oh, I want to see the product or service. Oh, wow, that's how it actually works. That's amazing. Oh, but okay. I mean, it sounds like it works, but does it actually work? Oh, I'm going to watch the case study. Oh, that was an amazing case study. I see that company's just like me. And I take my money, please. I want to work with you. Please. I want to buy your product. $10,000 to have that. And then you can keep these videos for the next X amount of years until it looks all weird and rotted out. And, now you're changing your entire brand because you look 50 years old. You can keep those for a while. And on top of that, in order to keep people top of mind, we have, starting at $1,500 a month and up, we have an amazing deal. You get half a day of filming. Depends on where you are and what we're doing. Keep that in mind. But at least for people local, half a day of filming and typically about 4 videos a month of high-level thought leadership. Help you with the strategy. I help you with the calendar and figuring out how to do it. Minimal effort on your end, maximal effort on my end. but maximum amount of results. So yes, we got those 2 deals, the $10,000 deal for the 3 foundational videos, $1,500 a month for a retainer that will help you create amazing content. And I can't wait to see you next time on the Creators Forum.